Got the new mount on, got it all nice and level with the base pier. So now we gotta do the altitude and then we can go get the telescope mounted. All right, so the mount is pretty much ready. So we're coming down to the barn where the CDK20 was shipped. It doesn't quite fit through the door in its crate, so we have to offload it onto the truck, drive it up to the observatory, and then manually walk it in and up the stairs. All right, got the telescope, making our way back up to the observatory. We got the telescope mounted, we got the dovetail on the top. Now we're going to take a beautiful TeleVue 5-inch scope and put it here on top for extra view. Taking just a few minute break. Now that we've had all the equipment actually installed, it's now a bunch of cable management, and that is always the part that takes the absolute longest, but is also the most satisfying once everything turns on and everything is nice and clean. So in a few minutes we'll get back to it. Still got a lot to do, still a lot of cable management. However, we got most things at least plugged in and hooked up. We have maybe another 45 minutes or so before the sun fully sets, and then we have to wait until tomorrow. But exciting news, we have the telescope in focus on a nearby tree way off in the distance, and we have the refractor focused and aligned as well. All right, it's the next morning. We have nice, beautiful, clear blue skies. So as long as we can get everything done the rest of the day, we'll have a nice, clear night to do some polar alignment and to get a nice pointing model on this thing to start taking images. So we have pretty much finished up cable management. We redid the balance to make sure everything was really good and locked down all of the counterweights. And we've also labeled everything so it's nice and easy to follow up later on if there's an issue with any particular component. At this point, we might take a little bit of a break, and then we got to get ready for the night. All right, not too much longer now. Sunset is happening pretty darn soon, and we'll be able to get fully on sky. We've already pointed at a couple things. We got the moon, we got a little bit of Saturn, and we're looking at Capella right now. The fact that we were able to point at them even during twilight means that the polar alignment is not too far off, so hopefully that'll go smoothly. If you ever wanted to see what a telescope looks like when it's doing a full pointing model so we can get it even more precisely polar aligned, this is what it looks like. Okay, so we had to close the dome because it got a little too humid and we started to get some condensation. But before that, we were able to snap a few photos, get auto guiding situated, everything's nice and focused. I would say this was another job good and complete. Until next time.